Like, I feel like a big factor for me in the movie was definitely, my expectations of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and it got me thinking about one of the times that I discovered that expectations definitely play a factor in your reaction to the movie. And one of those times was when I saw a movie called Taken. Taken surprised me, and I'm pretty sure it surprised everybody else too. I think I messed up here. Yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to do another layer. Um, that's why I don't talk and draw at the same time. But yeah, Taken with Liam Neeson is a movie that came out. I think I don't remember when. I think it was 2017 or something like that, or probably way older than that. But my point is, I went in watching that movie, not expecting anything from the movie, and not expecting to not dislike it, but also not expecting to like it either. I had zero knowledge of the movie. The only thing I knew is that the guy, that played Ra's al Ghul was going to be playing the main character in this movie, and the only reason I knew that is because I saw him in the uh, in the front of the cover of the poster of promoting the thing. And I remember watching that movie and thinking, "Wow, this thing is crazy good. One of the best movies I've seen in a while." And then part of me just held back and was like, is this because the movie was really good, or was it because my expectations from it were so low, or not even low, but definitely not, you know, what I got? And I think it was. I think it was definitely a factor. I think it was definitely part of the reason why I thought this movie was so good was because I was expecting very little from this movie. And because of that, my reaction to the movie was, um, like, damn, like, exaggerated, I guess you could say. Um, and that brings us to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is, in my opinion, the opposite of what happened with Taken. I thought it was gonna blow me away. I thought it was definitely gonna make me cry. Um, I thought that it was gonna be the best superhero movie, of the year. Those were my expectations. Now I'm not saying, you're probably saying, oh, you're saying that you didn't like it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it was good, but the movie definitely made me think a lot about, let me make this a little bigger. Made me definitely think a lot about, Chadwick Chadwick Boseman. I'm sorry for if I mispronounced the name. Um, yeah, it made me think a lot about him. And it's not just because the movie, was centered around his death. It was because he was just an element that was needed in this movie, and I thought they were gonna, you know, use that thing a little better. In my opinion. Um, I don't know. It's just I felt like Chadwick Boseman was very so good of a Black Panther that you could definitely feel that there was not enough Black Panther in this one, and the whole movie, it was a good movie. Okay, it was very entertaining, um, and but I think my expectations were way bigger than this. You know, like all throughout the film, I was like, the whole time I was like thinking, you know, Um, I was thinking, what about the Black Panther? What about the Black Panther? What about the whole time? And they never even like mentioned it until like somewhere around the end when uh when Jury has to go fight Namor. That was the only time where I was like, um, where I was like, I was like, okay, they're talking about the Black Panther finally. They're finally talking about the Black Panther. But it was so, in my opinion, underwhelming because I thought I get why she saw. I get why she saw uh Killmonger. I get why he saw him. All right, because she was filled with anger, But what I don't get is like I just don't get why the whole movie there wasn't more Black Panther talk. There wasn't, in my opinion, I feel like the movie should have had like a whole thing to where like we need to find a new Black Panther. Who's going to be the next Black Panther? We need to go find an heir. Maybe some tests, maybe some obstacles that you need to go through. Nah, it was just she just took the medicine. She went over there. She came back with superpowers, and that was it. And I thought it was very underwhelming in my opinion. It was like the I feel like the whole movie should have had an element of searching for the Black Panther. And if it's Jury, that's fine. And then maybe she could be like, the only person that could take this mantle is you, Jury. And that way it would have been more character building for the Black Panther for Jury, and it would have been more just a better storyline. Just in my opinion, and it wasn't a bad storyline. It was just like I said, it was too little Black Panther for a Black Panther movie, in my opinion. Um, and that was, in my opinion, the main reason. I personally didn't think the movie was as good as it could have been. Um, and the best thing, like the best actors in the movie, I would definitely say it has to go to two actors. Everybody did good. Everybody did really good. Everybody um you know did good. But I think definitely Namor and Queen Ramonda, those two characters, really popped out of the screen. Every time they were on the screen, you could feel the attention that they demanded. Queen Ramonda was definitely, that. Oh, excuse me. I just had some tacos, and before I started feeling. But anyways, yeah, Queen Ramonda, man, she knocked it out of the park, man. I want to see more of her, because she has that mama bear energy, and she demands respect. And when she's in the room, everybody listens. She has that thing. And the Moore has it too. The actor, his name is Tino Huerta, I believe his name is, and her name is what the hell? And her name is, let me see really quick. I know her name, but I just keep forgetting it. Um, yeah, Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett. Um, very good. Very, 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 and I think it would be up to those two actors there who's gonna get best actors and best actor. In my opinion, anyways. And I feel like Jury, man, damn, she could have gotten better writing, in my opinion. She could have gotten way better story, like plot in there. If only they would have made more um Black Pantherish in it. You know, uh, who who would have thought? That a Black Panther movie needed more Black Panther in it. uh But like I said, it's not a bad movie. But I still, in my opinion, would give. I would still think the first one was better. Um, and just simply because of the Black Panther-ness of it. Um, Chadwick, definitely was missed in this movie. And you could just feel his absence, dude. Like a big, and the whole time I was like, yeah, it's good, but there's something missing. Yeah, it's good, but there's something missing. And it was him, and it wasn't just him. It was just the movie with there wasn't acknowledging like the Black Panther, and I was like, what is it missing? Oh yeah, the Black Panther. And finally, towards the end, like I said, they kind of got around, um, her drinking the herb and trying to to see what's up with the Black Panther. But like I said, it was even when it was there, they didn't build up to it. Like that's another thing. Like building up to a scene is very important. 'Cause talking about it is very important. Saying who's going to be the next Black Panther is very important. This kind of anticipation for the moment is also going to make it better. Kind of make it like a climax. Oh, Jury is the Black Panther. Woohoo! Yeah, it wasn't like that. There was kind of like a moment like that when she shows up to meet the guerrilla warrior, which I forget his name, but the guerrilla warrior, um he's the big guy who they live the tribe their tribe lives in the mountains. um so yeah, he immediately accepted her, which is weird because I think they're supposed to have a fight. you know I was waiting for like, oh shit, she about to, because she's obviously strong like the Black Panther, but I feel like her lightness should make her a lot slicker, a lot more finesse type. um I don't know. It's just, and even in the first one, I will say this: the first Black Panther movie, it was missing, a lot of the action, in my opinion. Um, I personally, I liked it, way better than this one. But it was always, I feel like the Black Panther movies are always missing good action scenes, and I think it's just the way the movie was made or something. Because if you think about it, Black Panther, when he was in the movie Civil War, he had way better fight scenes than when he was in his own movie. Um, the Black Panther, the first one. And then in this one again, I feel like, believe it or not, Namor had better fight scenes than the Black Panther. And I'm not complaining about that because, Namor is the Mayan, and I am of Mexican heritage, so definitely I like how the style they gave him, the fighting style they gave him. Uh, it it was present. That's what I'm trying to say. His fighting style, the Moore's fighting style, was definitely there. You could see a essence of what kind of style he has. Kind of like boxing mixed with some type of who's that guy from Virtual Fighter? Um, uh, uh, Kira. Well, his style, like him, and there's a lot of video game characters that have that style. And I was like, when I saw him use those moves, I was like, does he have the same style as Yang and Yin and Yang? One of those characters from, because Street Fighter. Let me look it up real quick. This style is called uh, it's very popular in video games and in anime. Uh, but my thing is, Black Panther doesn't have a style, you know, and in particular in the in the Black Panther movies. Because in, like I said before, if you see, yeah, the main character's name from Virtual Fighter is Akita Yuki. Let's see his style. Akita Yuki's style. Yuki's fight style. It's Benji Kwan. Benji Kwan. It says Akita. So yeah, that's what I saw in the thing. It was Benji Kwan mixed with boxing. From what I could tell, it was mainly boxing, and then there was a lot of elements of Benji Kwan. It says Benji Kwan, Akita Yuki, born something something. Benji Kwan. Anyways, I don't want to get nerd out on it, but yeah, I was watching that. I was like, man, that's a very attractive style. It's a very easy on the eye, I guess you could say. Um, and the thing that's always kind of bothered me is that Black Panther, like I said, in his movies in particular, does not have a style. In when you see him, when you saw him in Civil War, he did have a style. His style was definitely Wing Chun or something like that. It seemed like Wing Chun and a little bit of and that's important, man. That's important because that adds character to um to the character, of course. And yeah, I just haven't seen it in any movie for the Black Panther. It's kind of, I do see this. I do see that he has like a kind of like a cat style with the claws and like moving around like a cat. They do that. Um, so that's good. But overall, I just felt like the action scenes, like the fight choreography, there was a lot of it spent on Namor, which is good. Like I said, I like that. Namor was definitely a good character in the movie. Um, but you could kind of throw some of that to Black Panther a little bit. Cause yeah, I was watching that fight scene with Black Panther, that final scene with the Black Panther versus Namor, and I was like, damn, Namor could fight, bro. Namor could fight. Like he has some moves on him. Um, yeah, man. Then when he punches the gorilla warrior too. Like, he does like a little spin, does like a little boxing overhand right to his chest. I was like, damn, bro, that shit has to hurt. Um, so yeah, like I said, overall it was a good movie. A little bit underwhelming in my opinion, for what I was expecting from it. But like I said, that could just be, the fact that I was expecting so much from it. Sometimes your own expectations, are the ones that let you down. But like I said, I didn't want to just say that, so I came up with the reasons, and really that were legitimate reasons why I thought it could have been better if they just talked a little bit more about who's gonna take the mantle, what's gonna happen with this, instead of just waiting for like the end to where it's like, okay, we need to do this or something, um that part was the main thing in my opinion that hurt the movie. um and What else can I say about this movie? Yeah, that's pretty much all the good and the bad. That's pretty much all the good and the bad. Um, yeah, and like there's a lot of things in the movie that are kind of hints on how things are in real life, right? Or they kind of take from real world things and they turn them into, fictional things. And I think that's the best type of fiction is the type of fiction where you take from the real world and you make it um into something entertaining or for entertaining purposes. And one of the things they did is give the Talokans this kind of ability to hypnotize people. Um, and Yeah, and the sneak attacks, they were, yeah, they were very. It was kind of funny to me because it was like the Mexican sneaking into to another country again. It's like, um, so it was like, man, like they couldn't like kind of, but I get it. Um, yeah, what the hell? Okay, here we go. But yeah, man, it was those little things were funny. Like and even the hypnotizing thing. Like I know where they got it from. They got it from two things. They got it from the mermaids, right? The tales of the mermaids. You know how they say the mermaids would hypnotize people. But the other thing they got it from is the Aztec whistles, man. The Aztec whistles. If you guys don't know about that, the Aztecs used to or at least from what I heard, the Aztecs used to have these whistles, and before they would attack, another city or another nation state, they would they would stand outside of the city they were about to invade, and they would play these Aztec whistles, which is you got to look them up. They're pretty cool looking. They have these skeleton faces, and you have to blow on them, and there's a technique to blow on them or something like that, and it sounds like horrific screams, like people just dying, you know, and you could just imagine. I've only heard them being used one at a time, but you could just imagine, you're sleeping in your bed, or you're chilling with your family, watching TV or whatever, or whatever they did back then, probably like shoot dice or something, and and all of a sudden you just hear like hundreds of these whistles, outside your village, and you're surrounded by them. And now you're thinking like, what is that? Like, what's going on? Now you're scared, you're shaking. You want to go for your gun or your spear or whatever it is you used back then, like your bow and arrow or something. But you're already shaking, you're scared, and now that intimidation technique, now that's what they would use back then, and they would do that before they would attack, a village. They would raid a village. Um, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, so they're trying to be like, they're trying to do that thing, um, which I thought was pretty cool. I like how I feel like they thought a lot about, how they were going to represent the Talokans and how the Talokans were going to kind of represent the Mayans or even the Mesoamerican style warrior. A lot of stealth involved. I like that part. I know what they were trying to say with that, which is, I get it, but um, uh, but yeah, that was pretty much the movie, man. It was pretty good movie. I enjoyed it, But my thing is my expectations for it. Like I know I'm repeating myself, but I was thinking, the reason I was holding back on the video is because I was thinking that it was gonna be so good that it was gonna, you know, be better than something like Spider-Man: Far From Home, because I thought Spider-Man: Far From Home was really good. I thought it was gonna be better than even movies that came out this year, like Top Gun, and it wasn't. So, yeah, Top Gun is still definitely, number one action movie, in my opinion, of the year. Um, and did that come out this year, by the way, or am I just talking out my ass? Let me see real quick. I think it did come out this year. Let me see real quick. Let me put this off for you guys. Just while I. Yeah, it did come out this year. So yeah, I still think, like I said, Top Gun Maverick, still is number one, and like, let's say superhero movie of the year. Damn, it's like um, it's hard. I have to look it up, because if we're gonna go with superhero movie of the year, not just Marvel movie of the year. If we're gonna go for superhero movie of the year, then Batman has to take it, because Batman was definitely, in my opinion, better. Um, but I still, like I said, I still liked it. It wasn't a bad movie. Um, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. Just to me, it could have been better. Let me see. Marvel movies 2022 real quick, just to see what other movies are out there, because it could still be the best Marvel movie. There we go. Marvel movies 2022. I said Marvel, not DC. By the way, I saw Black Adam. Black Adam was pretty good. Um, so we have Spider-Man Across Spreadverse. I don't think I've seen that one. Morbius, I didn't even want to see it. Thor: Love and Thunder, I saw it. It wasn't that good, in my opinion. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think Multiverse of Madness definitely has to be up there. Um, I still haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy the Christmas special. Uh, so yeah, I would say it's up to either the Doctor Strange movie. I have to watch the Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen it, unfortunately. So you guys probably gonna think I'm late on that one, but for now, I think it has to be up to either Wakanda or Doctor Strange, because Thor: Love and Thunder, just my opinion, wasn't that good. It wasn't as bad as the Dark World one from Thor. Thor, what is it? Thor: Dark World or something like that. That movie sucked. Um, so it wasn't that bad, but it was definitely not that good either. And it's good because I really didn't expect much from it. Um, so I hope we see more of Namor, though, cause I want to see him fight again. He's a good he looks good fighting. And even moving around with his wings, I was worried about the wings as well, because he looked kind of goofy. Um, but watching him in action, him fighting against all these other planes, because by the way, Namor is definitely top tier. Um, power level. If we're gonna try to test power levels and stuff like that, Namor, he's definitely up there, dude. Because you got to think about this. In the movie, they they weakened him. You know, they outsmarted him and they got him to get weaker. Um, which I always like when weaker characters, find out a way to beat stronger characters, because it's just more entertaining for me. But anyways, they weakened him, and he was still able to almost kill the Black Panther, um, which is crazy if you think about it. That's a weakened Namor we're talking about there. Um, and he was still almost really close to killing what's her face. Yeah. The like actually the only part that kind of made me kind of, I wouldn't say like tear up, but kind of, like when you're about to cry, you feel this pressure in your nose. Was when Namor was like, it could have been different. When he said that, I was like, yeah, because I feel like Namor kind of had some. He was trying to. I think he was trying to get with Jury or something. But I think in the comic books, Namor ends up kind of seducing that one chick from the from the Fantastic Four. Um, so we'll see if that happens. And